Hi there and welcome back to the channel. You've probably seen by the thumbnail, we are back combining. Well, we're getting ready to combine now. And also you might have seen a bit of a surprise. We've actually got a John Deere and it's on demo. It's Monday today. I think we got it till Wednesday afternoon sometime. So a nice bit of time to get used to it. And it's a 6215R it is. Well, I haven't driven it much. I just driven it across from the field just to fill up with diesel ready. And my dad drove it from home and he said it feels very powerful on the road anyway. So yeah, she looks a beast anyway. So we'll hopefully get her on the grain trailer now and see how she pulls on the road. But yeah, from the outside she definitely looks a very nice tractor. Anyway, I'm going to fill up with fuel and we'll have a look around in the cab then. So I just hopped in the cab, just letting her fill up now. And to be fair, nice spacious cab. And it's something different compared to the case. You can actually open this door. On the case, you can't open it very easily, but you wouldn't open it usually on the case, but on this one you can just open it, which makes a bit of a change. And it looks like she's 60k, 65k, so I think one of the fastest John Deeres there are now. But it says 60k there, so I'm guessing she's quite fast on the road. And we've got 4 electric spools, we've got a monitor there, and it looks like it's got front and back PTO, all the lights and stuff here. Got beacons, 1 or 2 lights. Yeah. A lot of stuff I don't know what to press right now. I realised as well, on the case, you've got the same as this. You pull this to release the hitch, but you'd have it on the spool to push out the hitch. But on this, you've got this flick button here, which is probably a bit of an advantage because you're not taking up an extra spool, which is quite good. But yeah, so far, first thoughts, very nice tractor to be fair. As I said, I haven't really driven it much. I'll have to have a trailer on. I'll probably have the 16 ton and hopefully she pulls it good. Well, she's got plenty of horsepower anyway. She's a 6215R as I just said, so quite a bit bigger than our 150 anyway. So anyway, she's nearly full with fuel now, so I'm going to take her over to the Stuart now and hitch her up and we'll go up the field then. Come to the back end of the tractor and it looks like it's got what do they call it, a hydraulic top link it looks like. So definitely much easier than having a thing hook to wind it in and out. And she's got nice tyres on her. She's got 12 bore tyres on her. She's got 540s on the front. And then she's got 650s on the back, so I'm pretty sure that's the same as the case. So, but I haven't parked her next to the case yet, so I'll have to, if I got a chance, I'll have to park her behind the case and see what she looks like. Does she look more beastly? But yeah, from the outside she looks the part, and also in the tractor it's a nice cab in here, and a nice bit of space as well. So to look out, you've got a nice view from in the cab as well. So yeah, definitely a nice tractor. We're happy we managed to get it on demo, and hopefully we're as happy driving it as we are with how she looks. In my past videos, well, when we had that case on demo, a lot of people were asking will we see a John Deere. So all the John Deere fans, I'm guessing you're pretty happy with it anyway. I think she's got a full. She hasn't got LEDs on her, which I'm surprised by, considering it's a demo tractor. But she's definitely got plenty of lights on her. She's got a full set of lights, and we'll have to hopefully try her out in the dark and see what the lights are like. So it's just flicked now. I'm going to take the diesel out and we'll take her around. So it's 10:10 and we're still going. We're in some spring oats right now, and it's lovely conditions. The combine's flying through it. My dad's steaming her. I think he's going something like 4.5k, 5k. So he's motoring on well. So he's in a 10-acre field now. He's nearly finished. He's probably got around 2 acres of it left. So we've got on well, to be fair. And we haven't really combined in the dark that much, so we haven't really seen the combine in the dark, and she looks a bit of a beast in the dark as well, to be fair. But yeah, she's getting on well. She's not grunting at all, she's running sweet. So it's a bit of a treat to finish off the day in this lovely spring oats, and it is lovely to be fair. It's lovely to combine as well. You're just flying through, no lumps in the straw.
I don't know why you hit the road, but you don't realize I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back. I don't know why she told me it's not your fault, but you don't realize.
On the John Deere 6215R, I'm loving it, to be honest. It's a lovely tractor to drive, it's really smooth. I'm surprised how smooth it is out on the roads. And I got my brother with me as well. Thoughts on the John Deere?
Yes, great suspension, brilliant on the road.
Yeah.
Rather pound.
My dad's just come full, and he's only got that much left. Just probably a head of width. Do you think he's gonna get it all in the tank before having to empty? I think he will, without spilling it all over the top of the cow. And that's the field of spring oats finished for the night. And that's us finished for the night as well. He managed to get it all in the tank. So now to empty it in the trailer. Probably leave the combine up the field for tonight, because the next spring oats field that we're going to do in the morning is right next door. So we'll just take the trailer back home, and then we'll fresh day tomorrow. Hopefully it goes as well as it did today, and we'll get a good few acres out of the way then again. Okay, so I'll hopefully catch you in the morning. So we're back up the field. We managed to finish this field last night. It's a 10-acre field it is. I don't know how well you saw last night, but it's very clean. If we were to compare the spring barley fields and the spring oats fields, well, you couldn't compare them. It's so clean compared to that. I'll go show you now. It's just full of cutch grass. But yeah, it was a lovely field to combine, and the combine was flying through it. We're back up on the John Deere 6215R. It's a lovely tractor to drive. I can't believe how smooth it is on the road, because when there's a stretch of road, it's really straight but it's really bumpy, so you got to slow down on the case sometimes. But this tractor, she's just flying. So it's cab comfort wise, definitely top I would say. Well, top I've driven anyway. I don't think the John Deere is very happy with my hoodie, but I'm sure he'll forgive me. I've just come into the spring barley field next door, and you can see pretty well there's a lot of grass in the bottom of it, And it had to be combined in the light, because the combine was still struggling to combine it in the light, let alone if we were doing this in the dark. Well, we would have just stopped in the dark, so we thought we'd just do this in the middle of the day, and then once we finished in here, head over there and it was around, what was it, probably 7:30 when we finished in here. So I just went next door and it was lovely, the combine flew for it. So anyway, we're going to head down to the other field now, and we'll get the header back on and we'll go again. Don't get me wrong, I do really like this tractor, but there's one thing that I don't like about it, and it's the auto quad. Because on the case you just press a button and it changes up gears. But on this John Deere you have to like change it A, B, C, D, E. So if we were to get a John Deere, we probably would get a direct drive one, just because it's much easier. Because if we were to buy a John Deere and say sell that case, really we'd be going back more than forwards, because it's much easier to drive that case, because you're just pressing the button to change up gears. Well, on this, you try after pressing the button 4 times, going up gears 4 times in each range, you have to then change to another letter, which I don't really like personally on the road. But I've driven this for 1 day, so I haven't really got used to it. So, but if we were to get a John Deere, we'd probably go for a direct drive. A bit tight getting from this little track into the field. You've got this massive stone here on one side, then the other side you've got a bit of a fence. So we'd have to take that fence out one day. It's a bit of a pain. Managed to get in anyway, pretty tight. We'd have to take this fence down one day. Probably rotten anyway. Looks like they're rotten and not that secure there anyway. Looks like he's driven over some blackberries. My brother won't be eating any of them anyway. Well, he's widened it a bit anyway. Hopefully it might be a bit easier getting out. Blackberry picker here. Doesn't like the look of that. Inspirational quote from Ollie Agri Contract. Now this is precision parking here by mother. Yeah, keep coming. At the same time as guiding my mum back, I'm being thrown blackberries at me by my brother. Keep going. That's precision parking there. All in one go. Straight on. He's on his first time round. I thought I'd just show you. There is a bit of green in the straw. I know this is a headland bout, but there is a bit of green in the straw. But the problem is the grain is bone dry. I think it's around 15% we tested it at when it was back in the shed. It was around 15%. But you can just see there's a bit of green in the straw. I know 80% of the straw is golden and ready to go, but it's just another 20% isn't. But we were just thinking, we got to, it's what day is it today? It's Tuesday today, and on Sunday we've got rain, the next Sunday coming up, and we thought if we don't get it off now, this rain that we're going to have on Sunday, it's going to go down flat, and then we'll have a job, and we don't even know if we're going to have any weather to combine it after that. And if we do, then it's going to be completely flat probably. It's going to get battered by the rain and wind. So we thought the grain is ready to go. We have a few days to let it dry out, to let the green in the straw die off. So we thought we'd just go for it. And if the straw's ready, it's ready, and if it's not, then it's not. If it gets a bit too close and it's not dying off, we'll probably spread out with the tedder. I know it's not ideal, but spread out with the tedder and then rake it back up and then bale it. But the combine seems to be handling it fine, so hopefully we don't have any problems when it comes to baling it up. I've just come back from taking a load on the Case and West, and my dad's he's getting on well. He's finished the long ones. He's just got the short ground left now, so he shouldn't be long. And I think he's probably put around probably 2 tankfuls in the trailer, because the tank holds around 6 to 7 ton in the tank. Well, it depends on what crop you're harvesting, because if you're harvesting wheat, it's going to take up more capacity in the tank. I don't know if the whole of this field will go into that west trailer now, because it's 1.5 loads from the combine and it'll fill it. Yeah, it's probably more than that.
I can feel it somewhere inside, haunting like a drug I keep on wanting. There's a love that fits so perfect, it's hard to believe. There's a reason I can feel my heart stop beating, and the air gets tough just breathing. I'm alone, but I'm still feeling like someone's with me. It's strange, I know, but I feel like you're here with me, like chasing ghosts. I know you're out there. Time is unfair, 'cause I know you're out there somewhere, patient, waiting unaware, feeling like your grip might slip too soon. But I'm running, chasing speed and gunning. I'll be right there all of a sudden. I feel your heartbeat lead me straight to you. It's strange, I know, but I feel like you're here with me. It's like chasing ghosts. I know you're out there.
So that's this oats field finished now. That's all it spring oats done, and they've yielded very well, to be fair. And there's a lot of straw on this, lovely straw as well. Just need to let this green dry out now, and just park the combine in the middle, both trucks on side, get a bit of a thumbnail. So hopefully that'll be the thumbnail. But anyway, we're going to leave it. We're going to finish. We're not going to do any more combining tonight, because the next block that we've got to combine is quite further away, and we have to travel a bit to get to it. So we're just gonna leave the combine here for tonight, because there's just no point starting. I think it's around 7 o'clock now anyway, so by the time we get to the field it'll be, well, probably 9 o'clock or something. Yeah, we're gonna leave it for tonight. We're just gonna take 2 trailers up to farm 2, tip them, come home, and then make sure all the yards works finished then. So anyway, I'm gonna head off now.